He's must-see TV.
I mean, how many guys do you know that went from a draw into the biggest fight of their career? That doesn't happen.
He's must-see TV, and he has star power.
Did you always know that was going to be the case with him, no matter what the results of the fights were? Did you always kind of feel that way, or he was destined for this, maybe?
He's his own opponent. I think he just kind of hinted toward it. Yeah. And you know, he in the past he hasn't given himself the best chance to be successful, and he's done everything that his coaches have asked of him, preparation-wise, to get ready for the biggest fight of his life. And I'm confident that he'll get it done this Saturday night.
Leonard, are there any expectations as far as pay-per-view? I mean, this is his first pay-per-view that he's headlining. I know usually there's like an expectation when guys come and do their first pay-per-view. Is he even here yet, though?
It'll do very well. It'll do very well. Again, because you have two of the biggest names, the biggest stars in the entire sport, fighting each other.
Can you just kind of talk about how difficult it is to cross over into the pay-per-view world?
Oh my God, it's damn near impossible, and that's why you haven't seen many fighters make it to that level, and even when they make it to that level, succeed at that level. Manny Pacquiao has, obviously, for the many great champions that he's fought and beat. And now it's AB's turn to step up to the plate and be the legend in Manny Pacquiao. And he's done everything possible to get ready. And I think that we're going to see the best performance of his career come Saturday night.
I know. Okay.
I'm sorry. He has said, in a joking way, he said, my back's not against the wall. I don't think this is my... Do you think to some degree he realizes that, I mean, you got to take advantage of this opportunity because they're not going to come like this?
Well, that's just part of his personality. Right. I mean, he's not going to sit there and sit in the room and be isolated. And he's very confident and justifiably so. Again, is that in the past he hadn't given himself the best chance, and now I think he's learned from his past mistakes, in and out of the ring. So he's ready to go, and this is the best that I've seen him. Best I've seen him. Focused, sharp. Ready to go.
So I know you've noticed. I'm sorry. You've noticed subtle differences in him, though, because look. Honestly, we've heard this a million times from him.
Yeah.
That I'm going to be different. And then it's like, oh well, I still didn't. Blah blah blah. But you personally, knowing him well, you've seen differences in him.
The focus and the preparation. This is the best that I've seen. I personally have seen. He's ready to go. He's sharp as a razor. Sharp as a razor. And all the things that the fans out there were saying that he needs to let his hands go. He letting them go. Letting him go.
Going down swinging.
And he's again, with this platform, everything in life happens for a reason. When he beats Manny Pacquiao come Saturday night, then what is everybody gonna say?
That Manny Pacquiao was old.
Well, I mean, they can make all the excuses that they want to. He would have beaten a great legend in the sport, a guy who is still to this day is the biggest name in the sport, and a guy that all the welterweights have been gunning after. And to be able to beat him, that's a tremendous accomplishment.
What do you think of Manny? He looks pretty happy-go-lucky like he usually is. It's kind of hard to read, but what do you make of him?
Manny's always Manny. One thing you do know is that he's going to be focused. He's always very well prepared. And he's going to come, and you're going to see the same Manny. Nothing about him changes. Nothing about him. He fights the same way, and he throws a lot of punches. He's got great footwork, great hand speed. That's what you're going to get. There's no secret, no method to the madness of what him and Freddie have done. I've studied that guy very, very, very well. I know him very well.
Probably recently too, right?
Anywhere from Floyd going to be ringside for this fight?
Floyd will be at the fight.
I know every fight
Floyd shared anything with Adrien on how to fight Manny? No conversations about.
No. Adrien is a very smart fighter, and he knows what he got to do. I mean, it's no, again, it's like, it's just a fight. And it's nothing, it's, Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter, and he's a great fighter for a reason. But again, he hadn't fought Adrien Broner yet.
You know Adrien as well as anyone. He's hard for me to read as a fighter. He obviously reads a lot of what we write, but he also acts like he doesn't give a fuck.
He really don't. He really don't.
But he references it a lot. Like,
well, I mean, it's, you know, fighters.
Does he want the valid? Like, does he? If he wins this fight and he doesn't get the validation, and people try and write it off as Pacquiao being old, you think that would bother him, or do you think he?
Not one bit. Not one bit. Why would he? I mean, it's at the end of the day, none of the fans and the media got to get up there and fight for him. His performance will speak for itself.
Excuse me.
Getting the victory over Manny Pacquiao, it gets no better than that. What can anybody say? Realistically, what can anybody say? You go in there and beat a legend like that. What are you going to say? A guy who everyone is favoring.
The odds are pretty reasonably close though for this fight. Broner's like a 2.5 to 1 underdog. So there are people that are picking him. I mean, it's not like this isn't Manny.
It's all about timing. It's all about timing. You know, I think this fight, and one of you guys had touched on it earlier, I think for Adrien, the timing couldn't be better. You know, coming off of the Vargas fight, which I thought he fought very well, the second half of the fight. And I think that he picked up off of that. You know, and again, if you can't be focused and get prepared for a guy like Manny Pacquiao, then what are we talking about?
Leonard, I know this is do or die for both guys.
Yeah, it's must win.
Do or die.
It's must win. Not cutting you off, Ben. Yeah, it's must win for both guys for where they're trying to go and continue to go in their careers. By no means a loss to either guy. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But for Adrien, he wants to be the guy, the biggest name in the sport. And with a victory over Manny Pacquiao, that validates that.
Is there added pressure though because he's doing it for the hood? Like, you know, I know he said he's focused. I mean, we've heard this all before. So if he has a subpar performance, is the hood going to turn on him, or is his stock going to start to drop if he doesn't look good, win or lose?
Well, what I envision is that when a guy can erase everything bad that has ever happened in his career off of just one victory, there you go.
But even I feel like for Pacquiao this is do or die, but for Adrien, he's a guy, even if he loses and in a competitive fight, the other welterweights in the division are all controlled by PBC. None of them have as big of a personality as Adrien. He's still gonna find lucrative fights.
Yeah, no, you heard obviously what I said. I said it's a must-win for either guy to go to where they're trying to go. Coming off of a loss, you can't command these large paydays. You might get certain fights, but it's like, but with a win, then you go to a whole nother level. You become the guy. I guarantee you. A win over Manny Pacquiao Saturday night, Earl Spence is going to want to fight him. Danny Garcia is going to want to fight him. Sean Porter's going to want the rematch. Who else am I leaving out? Keith Thurman. All those guys are going to be calling him out.
He has said in the past that he doesn't feel like he's a full-fledged welterweight. In this case, he's fighting a guy who's not really a full-fledged welterweight. Do you feel like this welterweight fight is different for him because of that? The size is not different?
Me personally, I think it plays a big factor in the fight because he's not fighting a guy that's 20 pounds bigger than him come Saturday night when he steps in the ring.
Yeah.
Not size-wise, weight-wise.
He might even be a little taller, right? I mean,
but I mean, Adrien's very strong also too, and he can punch. And Manny will see that on Saturday night. You know, he'll be able to make adjustments, but it's going to be a great fight.
Are you surprised that more hasn't been made of that size thing? Because when he fought me,
actually, I mean, and not kind of getting off subject, but you know, I know all about that. The bigger guys in the ring on fight night. For all the years seeing Floyd, for all those fights, fighting guys who were 20+ pounds bigger than him on fight night, and he went in there and got the job done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to do.
Yeah.